Today, we're going to talk about two key areas of leadership skills: task communication and relationship communication. It seems no matter who we talk to or no matter what research we read, if leaders are underdeveloped in either of these two key areas, they will struggle. And I'd like to treat this as a bit of a self-assessment for you so that you can see where you are on these two skills. You can listen to the examples and explanations and see where your strengths are. So let's get into the details. I'm Alex Lyon, and I'd like to invite you to take a look at the online classes I have at the Communication Coach Academy. I'll put a link to that in the description below this video. Most research and practical experience agrees on this basic foundation. Leaders generally communicate in two key ways. On the first axis is task-related communication. As a leader, you have to move your projects forward. And to do that, leaders frequently talk about priorities, goals, deadlines, responsibilities, and other concrete information. And when they do that, it's important that leaders are clear and concise, and they keep everybody on the same page as the team moves forward toward those desired outcomes. The second axis is equally important, that leaders communicate in ways that develop and maintain positive relationships. Effective leaders need to connect with people, to show consideration when they interact, and to listen well so that followers feel as if they are connected to the leader and to the team. When leaders are equally skilled at both of these, they will be consistently high performers. But when leaders don't have both of these skills, it can be extremely frustrating for their team members. So let's talk about three supervisors that I know personally, and I will use fake names to protect the innocent. The not so innocent in some cases. But as we talk about these three leaders, I want you to see which one sounds the most like you. The first supervisor from long ago, I will call him Bill. He was really unbalanced and would communicate entirely on task-related issues. He talked about deadlines, responsibilities, the various jobs that needed to be done, and he did this pretty well. And I would give him a score of about 9 out of 10 on task-related communication. He was clear and concise, but Bill was a little cold on the side of relationships. He made very little effort to connect, and it was difficult to work for him because you did not feel as if he cared about you as a whole person. I would give him about a 2 out of 10 on the relationship-oriented communication that he did. And I noticed there was a really high turnover rate at that organization as a result. People came and went and didn't really feel too bad about leaving because there was no relationship to Bill or to the organization. It was obvious to me and to other people who worked there that Bill needed to get a little better at his interpersonal dynamics, but he kept defaulting back to his task-related communication. On the flip side of the coin is the second supervisor I worked with at a different organization, and we'll call her Heather, and she had strong relationship-driven communication. She was excellent at connecting, showing consideration, and I would give her a 9 out of 10 on relationship-oriented interactions and communication. Heather was the kind of person that you could sit and talk to for an hour and enjoy every minute of it. You felt supported, and it was fun to work there. I'm being honest, however, and if I say I frequently did not really have a clear idea of what I was supposed to be doing. So Heather was well liked by me and the others, but she overemphasized relationship communication, and our goals and responsibilities were really blurry as a result. And like my supervisor, Bill, Heather's shortcomings were pretty well known by the people on the team. I would give her a score of about 2 on task-related communication. We would often ask for clarification and ask for more concrete deadlines, tasks, and goals. But on that side of the equation, she just didn't seem to have that strength. The third supervisor I'll talk about did both task and relationship communication really well. We'll call him Mike. And his name actually is Mike. But since he's the best example, I can use his real name. And he also sometimes watches the channel and deserves all the credit. So hello, Mike, if you're watching. He was really balanced. He was clear and concise on our goals, our tasks, our deadlines, our responsibilities. We always knew exactly what we were supposed to be doing. Mike was equally skilled at asking you how you were doing. He was a great listener. He showed you consideration and made you feel like you were part of the conversation and part of the broader team, relationship-wise. And I give Mike a 9 out of 10 on both task and relationships. Mike's friendliness and people skills even showed through when we were all under pressure and working on deadlines. The team was extremely productive when Mike was in charge. But what I believe truly sets Mike apart was that he was able to read the room, as they say, and know when to be a little more task-oriented and when to be more relationship-oriented to fit the situation. So if somebody on the team needed corrective feedback, Mike would not hesitate to be really clear about it. He gave me direct feedback on more than one occasion when I needed it. But he was also really quick to engage us socially when that's what he sensed people needed. He was very adaptable in that way. And I believe that Mike's equal skill in task and in relationship communication allowed him the flexibility to adapt to whatever the situation called for in the moment. So my question to you is, who do you sound more like? Are you like Bill, pretty heavily oriented toward task communication? Or are you like Heather, where you lean mostly toward interpersonal relationships and communication? Or are you like Mike? Are you equally skilled in both? And what would your score be? From 0 to 10, what would you rate yourself on task-related communication? And from 0 to 10, what would you rate yourself on relationship-oriented communication? See what that reveals to you, if anything, about your overall strengths and weaknesses in these areas. Now, I personally know Mike and happen to know, because I've talked to him about it, that he put a lot of effort into being both strong on tasks and clear and concise and really knowing that we were all on the same page. And he put a lot of effort into relationship communication. He made sure that he was connecting with people. And he worked at it. And what that means is so can you. He was deliberate, and you can be deliberate as well. His skills have gotten better over time, and your skills can get better over time with deliberate practice and effort. So let me know what your scores are below and who you relate to the most, Bill, Heather, or Mike. And remember, wherever your scores are right now, that's just a snapshot, a temporary picture of where you currently are, and you can get better from there. I look forward to reading your comments below, and don't forget to take a look at the classes I offer on the Communication Coach Academy. I will put a link, as I mentioned, in the description below. So thanks, God bless, and I will see you soon.